Hey guys, so I'm excited to share with you this oil that came to my house today. Actually, I'm already using this one after my shower. So the first oil I would like to talk about is the Blue Lotus because this is not available for sale individually. So that's the reason why I ordered the Mother's Day special from doTERRA. And these are not synthetic, you guys. Synthetics. So each oil comes from the different flower. We have rose oil, magnolia oil. So it's different flowers, and then they are harvested, handpicked, and really had the laborious, tedious form of how these people harvested it. So it's very special compared to other oils that we've seen in the other market, that they are just like produced in the lab or synthetically being reproduced. That's why those oils are cheaper compared to the doTERRA oils that you've seen, because you see the quality and the value of it. And I'll tell you the reason why it's very important to have pure oils. And so let me talk first about Lotus. Lotus is an oil that the Egyptians used before. When you look at the history, is because they use this one when there's a meditation. It's a meditative oil, especially for community, to raise the vibration. So when you talk about vibration, it's actually the frequency of our energy. So when you feel sad, like you feel like being stuck in, and if you feel happy, you're like, like in the high state. So that's what you call vibration. I mean, everything in this planet is in the vibration. So the whole planet right now is in a pandemic season, and so people are actually scared. And sorry guys, I keep on my chair for some reason just doesn't. I hope you can bear with me here. So the where am I get lost. I'm gonna have to smell this one. Yeah, so it's because the vibration is slow, and once it's slow, it's not good for your health as well. So this is low, and also good for aphrodisiacs. You can put this one on your forehead where the pineal gland is. And for those of you that understand chakra, it can also open your chakra for energy. And that's all I know about lotus. Blue lotus. So if you guys know more about it, I invite you to chat with me or comment something below this video. I would like to learn more about it. Although I really like the smell. It smells like lilac. Wow, very good. So the next four oils I'm going to talk about, actually I know some of the properties because I've been using this one since I've known about them from doTERRA. And so the first one is magnolia. I'm going to talk about magnolia. Magnolia really smells really sweet smell. It's good for our skin. It has the chemistry that has high linalool contents. It's very good for those that has seasonal allergies, especially when the pollen is, high in the area where I live. And you can just put this one on your chest as well and smell it. Also good for hives, rashes, for your skin, because I said earlier, because of the linalool content. And emotions is that this is a very good oil for compassion as well. So I'm going to be reading about the emotional book about the oil. So hang with me here. Give me a second. I'm going to open my page to magnolia. Magnolia. I love the smell of magnolia. I actually use magnolia also when I go to bed for sleep because of the linalool. Lavender has high linalool content as well. And where is my page? Okay, magnolia. Okay, drink water. So, magnolia is a very good oil for connection because it's an oil for compassion. So magnolia connects people with the energy of the divine matriarch. So that's why it's a very good oil for mothers. This is a feminine spiritual source, expects individuals to treat one another with mercy and compassion. And the very good thing that this one is addressed is that it addressed the negative emotions like disconnected feeling, or the numbness feeling, or feeling lonely, isolated, withdrawn, unsympathetic, and unkind, or also you're unkind for yourself. Women are very bad with that. We are not good in receiving praise, right? So we're always like sometimes not kind for ourselves. So this brings up the properties of being feeling of connection, compassionate, interconnected, also interconnected to yourself as well, and respectful, you know, being kind to yourself. So how do you use this one? You can use this one on your head part, also to your center of your chest. And I also use this one to put on my hair because this oil in a bottle, this is not, this has already has a fractionated coconut oil in it, so it's also good oil for your hair, and especially because I curl my hair, so it helps with the prevention of any exposure to heat as well. So that's magnolia. And then the next thing I'm gonna talk about is neroli. Neroli. Okay, neroli. I always have neroli in my purse. It's really, I call this one as a fun oil. Magnolia has a sweet smell. Neroli for me is like, when I smell it, it just brings the inner child in me, like a happy feeling. And it's also good for skin as well. I mean, I told you that all these oils are good for skin. It's good for skin regeneration. It's good for the skin, how do you call this one? The skin, I lost my track. It's good for the skin scar. Yeah, if you have scars in your body, you can put this one there. And it's good for hormones as well. So women, if you have this feeling of breast tenderness, you can just, you know, rub it on your breast, and it has a very good smell as well. And also you can put this on your belly. It's also good for support for our digestion as well. As that's why I always have this one in my purse. And then it's very good for couples that are feeling distant for a long time, and it really helps most people that are really having when you start to feel cold, you know, against your partner. Let me read that one. Neroli. Okay, so this is an oil for shared purpose and partnership. So that's why in Egypt they give this one to the bride as well, just to allow them to be playful with their partner. And it actually let's see, it is particularly helpful for calming troubled hearts in relationship conflict. It promotes harmony in the changing dynamics of long-term relationships. Ongoing relationships require acceptance and growth. So let me see what emotions does this address. So it addressed the negative emotions like conflicted, impatient, bitterness, frustration, disloyal, dispassionate, sexual inhibition, aloofness, unkind, stagnant. So it brings out the positive energy of being kind, tolerant, fidelity, calmness, sexual desire, resilient, cooperativeness, and commitment. So you apply this one again to your heart, and then also to your lower part, the lower part of your belly button, and also behind your ear. So that's how you use it. And of course, you know, I put it in my hair as well because it smells so good. Then the next oil is jasmine. So jasmine oil, okay, I have my book right now, but then jasmine oil is really good for our skin as well. And oh my goodness, I just lavish myself with this oil after shower and also before sleep. But this one is also good for wrinkles and fine lines. So it really helps it look younger, smells good, look younger. And then it's actually good for sexual healing as well. But before I'll talk about that, let me go back to the physical properties. So jasmine, probably you've heard about this one. You probably smell this one from other perfume industry. And of course, I talked earlier that the doTERRA oils are pure, they're not synthetic. So there was a study about this jasmine oil that they put in the, you know, the human cells, and then the other oils that are non-doTERRA, and they found that the human cells that are actually exposed to doTERRA oils has a positive and higher yield of response. That means it's a healthy response. It's a very good response to the oil. And then the oil and the human cells that are exposed to non-doTERRA oils actually has negative response, and it's actually more detrimental to the human cells. So that's why when my friends would ask me about the smell of the oil, I just don't let them smell it from the bottle. I let them, you know, roll it and mix it in their skin, and then eventually your chemistry would mix with the oil and it release your natural fear hormones. And the thing I like about that, I don't know if you heard about chemistry, the compatibility of the people. You actually attract the people that you want to attract. And the people that you don't want to attract, this is just my personal experience for me. The people that you don't want to attract are not attracted to you, which is actually cool for me. That means you can hang out with people that are like you. And yeah, some people would tell me that I smelled so good, and they could not explain why they're so attracted to my energy, not because of my energy, but because of how these oils actually interact with your chemistry. And the same with you, you know, if you can use that, you probably would know that. There are other components of the emotional thing. I will be talking more emotions probably. If you want me to teach more emotions online, I could do that. I'm so fascinated by the emotional response. So, what else with the jasmine? Did I talk about the emotions of jasmine already? Was I get so excited talking about it? Let me see. Did I talk about jasmine? Oh yeah, so it actually address. No, I haven't yet. I haven't talked about the emotions yet because I was talking about the physical properties. So jasmine is a very good oil for the sexual purity and balance. So this is what is it is known for emotions. So it nurtures the healthy sexuality and helps to balance the sexual forces. It may also arouse dormant passions, assisting individuals to regain interest in the sexual experience. And so it cultivates positive experience. And so therefore, the emotions addressed, that are negative emotions addressed here, are the unresolved sexual issues, the sexual repression, and the sexual fixation. So for those that have really like psychological sexual fixation, it actually helps address that, to bring out the healthy sexuality response. Also brings out the innocence in you, which is more into the healing process, self-acceptance, intimacy, the trust, and safe. So this is a very good combo with neroli. Remember I talked to you about neroli, about the being playfulness, and also being able to open up with your partner if you've been, you know, be together for a long time and that one disappear. So men, if you're listening right now, this is a very good gift to your wife, or you know, to the mothers as well, because sometimes mothers lost their ability to be playful because of you guys, you know, mothers. I heard about most of my friends that they lost the desire because they're so focused on being mothers. So this is a time for you to just like, you know, set that bar down and just, you know, give yourself to your spouse. Now, last but not the least is my favorite. I mean, I have so many favorite, but rose oil. So I personally bring this one with me to work when I work in the hospital, and I put this one in my heart. And here's the reason why. I mean, rose oil is a very good oil for healing, you know, healing emotions, because it's a love oil. And before I'll talk about emotions, physical properties, it's good to support your, it's a versatile oil, and it comes from Bulgaria. And it's not just any other rose, it's a rose, I forgot the name. I think it's Denmark rose. It's a very special rose, and it takes 10,000 blossoms of oil to produce a 5 ml of rose oil. So again, very good for your blemishes of your skin, wrinkles. It's good for digestion as well, to support digestive health. And it has the highest vibrating substance in the planet. And remember, I talked to you earlier about what vibration is. So this is the reason why I bring this one to work, because when I go to work in the hospital, I'm taking care of my patients that are already in the low vibe because they're sick. Number one, if you're sick, that means your vibration is low. And then the family members as well that are already like anxious or worried about their family member. And then I will be dealing also with my coworkers who may probably be overworked or stressed out from work. So with that in case, bring out this positive energy or positive vibe, it kind of help balance, you know, the frequency in the work area. So talk about emotions. Let me see and open it and my book of emotions. So rose is a rose for divine love. It holds higher vibration. I talk about that already. This book already talking about that. So let's go. What this one address? So the emotions addressed here are the emotions of constricted feeling. It addressed the feeling of closed or broken heart. It addressed the feeling of those that are wounded, that are lack of compassion, and also those that are grieving. And so it brings out, the positive properties of being compassionate, the being tender-hearted, empathy, and ability to receive love. So this is really my favorite among love. I mean, can you imagine if we live in a planet where everybody is open for love and open to receive love and also willing to give love? It's a very healthy effect in our environment. And so this is the reason why I promote using pure oils. So many reasons. But that's all. So hopefully, guys, this is not over $100. I mean, the whole box with 5 oils cost $68 for wholesale members. And I don't know about retail, how much is that, but I can post it if you want to know. If you're not a member, you can actually, just be a member and get the wholesale price. And I would max out. For me, I max out. I kind of like how much the limit, because you cannot get the blue lotus everywhere. So it's so much value. It's, for me, it's more valuable than my than my bag of Louis Vuitton. I mean, how much is that? I think it's $10,000. Oh no, not $10,000. It's $1,000 cost, that kind of brand. This one is not even over $100. So you guys, it's a good investment. So that's all, folks, and have a good night and be healthy.